So they say there's 4 worlds that we're constantly living in. 4 of them. And that we have to develop in each and every one of them. We have to advance ourselves in each and every one of them. What are they? What are these worlds, would you say? Carla, what do you think? Just spit it out there, whatever.
Energetically, physically.
Okay, so there's the energy
mentally.
world, the spiritual world, that's right. What's the most obvious one?
Basic.
Relationship. It's not a world, it's
Physical.
an interaction.
Physical.
Physical is the most obvious one, right? We're actually obsessed with the physical world. We're obsessed. We're like, what should I call it? We're like totally distracted by the physical world. Okay, our senses, our 5 senses, they dominate us. And we think everything is physical. Bullshit. Okay? But we've been, we've been taught, we've been kind of, what do you call it what do you do with animals? We've been domesticated and when you trained to think everything's physical, but no. You know, not everything's physical. Actually, there's so much out there that's not physical, but we don't trust it because we think only our senses tell us what's real and what's not real. Meanwhile, we have inner senses that we're not even using, much stronger, much better senses inside that we're not even listening to them because we think everything is physical, but it's not. Okay? The other one is mental. Your brain. Okay? Your brain is not who you are. You are not your brain, and your brain is not who you are. Your brain is an instrument that relies on these 5 senses. And it's there to help you get through the day, get through life. And it's there to protect you. But meanwhile, it misleads you. A lot of times it misleads you, it confuses you, it causes you damage. Not deliberately, but it does cause you damage. You have to question your brain. Why do people drink, do you think? Or meditate? Meditate, you want the brain to shut up. You have to be to silence. Sorry. To be silent. Why do people like to drink so much? Because it takes the edge off. Takes the brain, tells the brain, relax, let me get my natural being out there, right? So the brain, yeah, it's important, obviously. It's very important, it's very sophisticated, it's smart, but it's not always in your favor. There's this guy called Mo Gawat. He talks about his brain like it's another person. I think I misspelled his name. G-A. There's an A here. Look him up if you like. He calls his brain Betty. So he has a dialogue with his brain. And his brain tells him something. And he says, okay, I've heard you. I'm not sure I agree with you. I may or may not follow your advice, Betty. Because you're not your brain. Really, you're something underneath that. You're a being underneath. Your brain is just a tool you've developed. This is very important. Because it sometimes puts obstacles in your way. Puts big obstacles in your way. I see it in relationships. We think we need this and we need that and the perfect husband, the perfect wife, and she's got to have this and No, this is your brain with a checklist speaking. No, it's just one example. Okay, so that's the mental. Be aware that the mental is the mental and the physical is the physical. And you have to develop yourself physically, you have to develop yourself mentally. And what are the other ones, the other 2?
Emotional.
Emotional, thank you. Emotional, and you said it's spiritual. You have to be developed emotionally. Emotions are important. If you're constantly anxious or cynical, that's like poison. You're cynical, you're complaining. No. Emotions are very strong, right? They drive you to action. Okay, you're upset, or you're happy.
And when you're around people who are like that, you have to distance yourself, otherwise you get sucked in.
That's environment. We'll speak about environment. The other thing is spiritual. At the end of the day, we are spiritual beings. We're consciousness. That's what we are. That's what I believe. We're consciousness. This is, by the way, physical. We're not this thing. This is just a disguise. We're not this thing. We think we are this. We're not this thing. It's just a tool. Okay? We are a consciousness, an energetic being. And if you pay attention to it, you put the brain aside, you will feel it. You can feel the energy of everything. We started with Queen and the energy, if you're speaking to somebody across the world in Australia, you can feel something about it. It's got no space and no time energy. If you go to a site, you can feel the energy. If you really pay attention, if it's like an ancient site, you can feel the energy of 100 years ago, what people were doing there in this marketplace. Or even when you go to, and I do this a lot, when I go to a real estate project, like look outside the window here, you can see a downtown that's coming together. You can feel the energy of the downtown it's going to be in 20, 30 years, if you really pay attention. And I can tell it's a good project, because I can feel the energy coming from the future. Okay, you're going to think I'm crazy.